welcome back for another Cactus Duty video. We are west of Tucson looking for an endangered subpopulation of Echinocactus horizonthalonius. Most of them are found in Texas, but there is a population in Arizona, so we're gonna go around see if we can find any. And we're not gonna disclose any information. Again, they're endangered, so we don't want people coming up here and trying to hurt the environment or anything. So we're gonna keep it as non-descriptive as possible, but show you what we can find.
So here we are in Arizona, but we have a cactus that's normally found in Texas, Echinocactus horizonthalonius. And this variety, I think, is called Nikolai. And this must be limestone, because these grow in this is limestone, which is unusual in Arizona, mostly granite. So there's a distinct population of these horse crippler cactus. And here's one right here. And this must all be, this is all limestone. So we're west of Tucson. Here's another one, a little horizonthalonius, growing right here in the limestone. We're right at the base of the hills. They're very scattered. So far we've only seen two. You got feral cactus growing here, ocotillo, a lot of Echinocereus, and tons of Mammillaria grammii. And very few of these.
Yeah.
We'll keep looking. And here's another one. So we're right at the base of these foothills. You can shoot.
Yeah.
Limestone. It must be old limestone. And these are very scattered. I don't see any little ones, and they're not common. At least we haven't found a whole bunch of them yet. Not like in Texas where they're everywhere. And I don't see any flower buds. Might be too early. Maybe not enough rain. I don't know. Is the ground's kind of wet.
Kinda.
I don't know.
It's kind of green. Looks like all the shrubs are green.
Might be a little early. The Echinomastus we saw yesterday flower the earliest. And the ocotillos, they're starting to flower. We're probably a little early, which is why it's not 1,000 degrees.
Yeah.
Anyways, they look very healthy. So here's a smaller one growing. This is the way they looked in Texas too. Kind of way down in the soil. The seeds are pretty big. They're not that hard to grow. The seeds are hard to sprout. I don't know about these particular ones. I don't know if they're any different than the Texas ones. But this is the landscape. We're on the base of this limestone hill. A lot of ocotillos, some mesquites, I think.
Yeah. Some saguaros way up there, but mostly behind us.
A few saguaros, yep. A few.
And
Some feral cactus, Echinoides, I think. Yeah, those are not the ones we saw on the Catalinas. Those are the ones that are more like drier. And yeah, it's kind of a slope. Nice weather.
yeah, there's another one we saw.
Yeah, let's look around some more.
I just saw it.
They're just hard enough to find where it's fun.
Another one we found. This one's a nice big round one. And there's, I'll show you.
Smaller one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a nice looking healthy one. And I guess they're all leaning towards the south. So we must be almost on the northeast side of this mountain. I don't know what's on the other side. Maybe there's more of them. But you can see he's growing a little bit. Right in there. He's all plumped up. So he's gotten some rain.
Yeah,
he's very healthy.
I know, a lot of them look very healthy, very nice. And I mean, we're kind of in the middle of nowhere, so they're not going to get disturbed by people.
Yeah, these interesting rocks, limestone with these. I'm not a geologist, but this is different than at most any kind of rock you'll find in Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's got that, same as Big Bend, it's got that like kind of sandpapery texture.
Yeah. And then there was another little one. That's it, yeah. Yeah, this is a smaller one, more sunken in, but again, nice color, nice and plump. I think it rained here. But so they are here scattered, but obviously present. I mean, everything you can see is very green, so I think it rained recently, so it's making them a little easier to spot.
Yeah, here's a little saguaro at the base of an ocotillo.
Yeah.
Which is just starting to flower.
Yeah, pretty. These things are nice when they get all their leaves and they flower.
Yeah.
When it's dry, they look not super great. Yeah, baby saguaro. It's, well,
Little guy. It'll take 100 years to get big.
that's my foot for reference. About as big as my foot.
These are little horizonthalonius.
I know, right next to it.
They look very similar to the ones in Texas. I don't know how you tell the difference.
This one's got more red spines. Well, this
They
one.
look healthier here than they did when we were in
Big Bend.
Texas, but I think that's because it was more drought there. They must have had some rain roll through here recently. So this is interesting. I think that maybe they tagged one that's must have just completely disintegrated.
Or was taken.
Or it's taken.
Yeah, some of them had tags like this, and so these numbers must correspond to as an ID. So somebody's actually researching the population, which is good because then they can keep an eye on it. But obviously,
yeah, these things just don't grow out of the ground.
No.
Someone put this here with this. I don't know how long ago, but he didn't make it. Interesting. Another tag. It must have been here. It's gone. Huh.
I wonder if they've just. I'm curious as to when they put the tags in. Oh, look, I see another horizonthalonius right there.
Usually, if they die, they leave some evidence.
They're exactly
They
so.
just vanish into outer space.
I mean, maybe something ate it,
or maybe someone stole it.
or they stole it. I don't really know.
There's a nice one.
You see it right there. So we see another one. We've seen like one that had a tag on it. A lot of these, I don't
Maybe if
see
they're
how.
tagged, people steal them, and if they're not tagged, oh, this is a nice one.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, they're kind of hit. Some of them are sort of in the way here, but yeah.
It's okay.
This one doesn't have a tag. A lot of them haven't had tags. So, well, they might not have found it.
So the ones without tags are safe.
Probably because nobody's found them.
Well, I mean, if there wasn't a tag there and someone took it, how would I know?
Exactly.
I only know. So he's underneath this little desert bush. And I think this stuff is some kind of resurrection fern thing.
I've noticed a couple of the smaller ones have that growing around the base of them, so it probably protects the roots from sunburn.
Yeah, some symbiotic.
If the ground gets eroded.
Yeah, but you could tell it's water. These are nice and fat.
Yeah.
Very healthy.
Yeah, maybe if I get in the shade, you can see a little better.
Hopefully he lives here for hundreds of years. Yeah, here's one just popping right out of this rocky cliff with these ferns that are still dormant. Beautiful blue body. Nice pretty cactus. I don't see any seed pods. The animals probably get to them. If you grow them from seed, the seeds are pretty big, and people say to use, I've heard overnight with hydrogen peroxide, or 15 minutes with sulfuric acid, which is that plumbing stuff to open up plumbing leaks. Then rinse them good and you'll get sprouting. I've seen in my videos, I'll sandpaper them, but I have a hard time getting them to germinate. But some friends of mine, they have no trouble. Not that hard to grow in cultivation. No reason at all to strip them out of the landscape. That's ridiculous. And they're just a little hard to find for sale, just because the seeds just don't germinate extremely like some other cactus. But they're definitely worth coming up here to check them out. The distinct population, Echinocactus horizontalis, and I think it's variety Nicolii. But to me, they look the same as the Texas ones, although a little bit healthier maybe. Probably because it just rained. Here's a baby Cactus, Echinoides, the fire barrel. Pretty cool little guy. Growing out of this limestone. Here's a Echinocerius. I think it's Fendelrii. It's almost ready to flower. In a couple weeks, they have really pretty flowers. It's a nice big clump growing here in the desert.
Yeah, nice little pharaoh cactus here too. There's some big ones. I don't know the species, but this one's nice. Well, there's a lot of different cactuses out here, but again, this is pretty remote land, so it's probably why they can grow undisturbed. Gives you a kind of an idea. This mountain face, you can kind of see some saguaros there. We'll go down lower. I think there'll be some more saguaros. We can get some video for you guys. Yeah, here's some more saguaros, much thicker. This is like a juvenile one. I'd say it's taller than I am. It's like 7, I don't know, 7 feet probably. And then obviously the much larger ones, as they get bigger, they start getting the arms, and then they're kind of hard to go away. In the distance, you got some more mature ones that have the kind of classic multiple arms spreading out from them, but a lot of them here. So kind of the quintessential Arizona desert cactus. So really neat environment. You don't get this anywhere else.